Hey guys, Mitko here from DN Models. Today we're reviewing MENG AMX-30B2. This is French main battle tank, and it's the second AMX version that MENG releases in the last couple of years. Actually, AMX-30 was the first or second French tank. I think AUF 1 was their first. Anyway, this is a Desert Storm version, a rather late option for this kit. It has sight fenders and it has some stowage boxes on the turret. It's a bit more complicated, but it's a very nice starting point for a wonderful piece of work. Closing to the 25th year anniversary of the Gulf War, I think this pretty much one of the most interesting unboxings that I can do in the beginning of the year. So let's crack the box and see what's inside. This is very crowded box, as you might already learned that what MENG does is they fold their boxes, and I'm gonna show you first the instructions, then we're gonna open the sprues and we're gonna take a look at them one by one to see what they have to offer us. This is the instruction sheet, very nice and rather luxury piece of booklet. It's the usual for MENG with the description in the beginning in several different languages. They add Russian, which is very popular. They have a description on what is what on this tank, probably the stuff that they put after their first version. Otherwise, pretty much everything is well known, starting with the wheels and the sprockets, with the suspension, some tools here and there, tiny parts, very nicely done. The kit is a wonderful base for weathering. And you can see that in Top Car 3 by Michael Rinaldi. He did an abandoned AMX-30 from the first version. But this also, it's a wonderful piece of work, and it can be done in many different options in the desert, as an abandoned, as damaged, or as a fully working vehicle, whatever you decide that you like. Pretty much no needs for additional add-ons. Some PE stuff, fully working suspension from what I see, movable tracks, very close to what we have in the T90, and the T90 is one of the most complex kit that I ever built in my entire life, in armor I mean. So I think this is close to that. As you can see, we are in the middle of the turret assembly here, and we're already 34 steps in. So in total 36 steps and many parts, which is a dream for most of the modelers nowadays. Not for me particularly, because I prefer Tamiya simplicity, but I will enjoy building this tank for sure, because the look of it, it's a very Cold War-ish, and I like it a lot. We have description of the sprues, decals, and photo etch stuff, one camouflage scheme. I'm not sure how many are out there, but I think I will be able to find more to make it a bit more interesting, and probably in the step-by-step video later on this year you'll be able to see what I did with it. So let's get on to the sprues. First thing we have is the photo etch parts. They're clean, thin, and very detailed. I like MENG photo etch part a lot because they are thinner than Trumpeter and they are more like Tamiya, although I found those a bit more easy to be worked with. The other thing wonderful about MENG are the decals. The decals themselves, I had no troubles with either the Doobie or the T90 or the Axorite decals. They're wonderful. However, I always prefer to use masks, not only because I make them, but because they bring more life to the subject. So we have a thread, we have some meshes and parts. I believe those are for the stowage boxes. I'm not pretty sure, but we'll see once we get the step-by-step build. Let's see the plastic sprues next. First sprue that I want to show you, there are actually two. These are K and T. These are the transparent parts, which I believe is one of the best thing that MENG produces. Their transparent parts are second to none. They are very forgiving, no matter what glue you're using. They are very forgiving to scratches and so on, and I like those a lot. I prefer to build, as I said, other brands like Tamiya and Trumpeter, but I must say nothing comes close to the MENG's clear parts. Next we have the bottom of the hull, extremely well detailed. As you can see, the holes, that means that eventually the suspension is movable, which it is. We have the polycaps and vinyl for the rubber parts. After that, let's check out the upper part of the turret. The turret itself, in Rinaldi's book, which I adore, he showed that he added a bit of a texture using Mr. Surfacer or whatever to the turret because it lacked some. It's too clean, too neat, and whoever wants to do that, it's fine. Whoever wants to leave it that way, it's fine too, because the detail is great. You have enough to put on, so I don't think this is the most important thing of the kit, although it surely adds a bit more realism to it. Next we have Q sprue, nothing of great importance, some jerry cans, very nicely textured, some grills and so on, and then we have H sprue, which is also nicely detailed. Small parts, not for newbies, wonderful kit. You might see how detailed everything is and how fine are the details themselves. Very nice job from MENG. Next we have the tracks, many of them, and this is one of the reasons why MENG kits are a bit more expensive than the rest of them out there. These tracks are great and they make Friol's, Model Kasten or other brands a bit obsolete, because you can do those movable and they are enough detailed, so out of the box they give you pretty much all that you need to build a decent tank. This is the F sprue. It has some grills, towing rope, tools, suspension parts. Then we have the D sprue, which is the bottom part of the turret, the gun barrel, which I personally will change with the aftermarket one, and the side baskets, some additional small parts, everything with great detail, very little flash, great texture of the fabric parts, looks wonderful. Then we have E sprue, upper hatches, additional parts, armament, and so on. Then one interesting sprue, it's the C. The C holds the upper part of the superstructure and the tool for making the tracks. Very useful. The exhaust system here. Over this we put the photo etch that I showed you. Very nicely detailed mesh. Everything looks wonderful. After that comes two sprues with wheels. Those are A sprues. We have jerry cans, we have sprockets, we have idlers, and we have the main wheels. Spare tracks, probably some suspension details. Great job again. Next we have G sprue. It holds a couple more jerry cans, extremely well detailed. Some turret parts, some baskets I believe. Headlight bar. And then we have J sprue, which holds some of the boxes, and some of these are repeating. I think these are for the both different versions that MENG released for the turret. And lastly we have the fenders. The fenders are on the P sprue, and they are specifically for that version of the tank. So pretty much that completes what we have in the box. That was the unboxing review of the AMX-30B2 from MENG. I hope that you liked it. Leave your comments down below, and if you like my videos, please subscribe. I will be happy to answer all your questions and to be helpful as much as possible. So let's hope that this year we'll have more interesting kits from all the companies, and MENG included, because they are relatively new company with wonderful kits. And see you in the next video. Bye.